guys, it's Mandy. Welcome back to another speed build. Today we are working on what we call Sylvan Sanctuary, and I did name it that because it's actually right next to the tree that brings you to the Sylvan Glades. If you don't know what the Sylvan Glades is, don't worry, because I've actually seen a lot of people who weren't aware of these little secret worlds that we have. So what it is there's a tree next to this lot where you can certainly tell that it's not like the others. And all you do is you do a few interactions with it. You gotta talk to it, water it, talk to it about being a tree or something along those lines. And eventually it's gonna give you the option to explore. And when you click on explore, it brings you to this really pretty area. It's like pinks and purples. I think it has like a pink lake. And you can get, I believe you can get special fish and stuff like that in this little sanctuary. Now, you can only bring one sim at a time, but of course, there's always ways to get others there. So when I first started playing and I went to this little area a lot for proposals, all you do is you bring like the one sim that you want to do the proposing there, and then you have that option to bring sim to, or bring this sim to this lot. That's what you do, and then you can carry out the proposal. I've only ever done it with sims in my household, so I'm not really sure if the phone interaction call and invite to this lot works, but that's definitely something to try. But anyways, as far as this lot goes, I'm actually really proud of this lot. I think it's so cute. I really adore the way it came out. It's another one that I got off the Family Home Plans website that I do use, which, in case you missed it, I gave away my secrets in my last video, where all I do is I go to this website, it gives you exterior shots, and it gives you actual home layout plans, so I just recreate from there. One thing I've really been into doing lately is making garages, even though we do not have cars. I use the debug, I get the cars just to like plant in there, so it gives you the feel of the garage. But I just really like the way it looks on the exterior, and the stupid layouts I always pick always have garages, and they're always in the most awkward place where it doesn't look right if you get rid of them. Now, I also did choose to do walls as the columns just because it looked better, and for what I was going for, none of the columns actually fit the feel that I wanted. And then, of course, we did the platform for the porch, as we would say, because we have a garage, so I didn't want to do a foundation and then have to go through all the terrain manipulation and all that fun stuff. The packs I used were Snowy Escape, just because of the windows. Base game, obviously. Cats and dogs came up for whatever reason. I figured out later it was because of the shingle part that I used, but then I changed it, but it still said cats and dogs. So I don't think it's something that's really dire, that if you downloaded the house and you didn't have cats and dogs, I don't think it would make a huge difference. And the other one came up was Get Together, and that's because I found out after I already uploaded it to the gallery, the columns I used on the side of the garage. And Get Famous because of the garage wood thing that I used there. That's another one that I used. Eventually, like I said, the shingle part for the cats and dogs, I did change that to a Get Famous one, so that way we kept the packs together, like we used the same packs, and you didn't need too many for this. As far as landscaping goes, I did use debug for the majority of it, just because I hate how expensive landscaping is. Not as much as I hate going through debug trying to find landscaping that works. So a lot of times I don't do this, but if I'm using a lot of it, I will go through debug and try to find decent ones to use. I'm sure you're aware that debug landscaping and such, Sims just walk right through it. So I only really use it for areas they're not going to be walking in, or like up against the house, or like in a random little corner with a tree around it. Just because I don't like the way they walk through it. It looks kind of, it's unrealistic, put it that way. Hey, if you're one of those people that you just want to walk through bushes and flower arrangements and stuff like that with all the spiders and snakes and bees, you do you. I ain't gonna stop you, but you ain't gonna find me doing that. So, on a note about me, it's been a really, really weird day. This morning when I woke up to brush my teeth, I was looking out the window and there was a little baby fox. And I don't know if it's the Sims freak in me, but the first thing I literally thought of was, oh wow, it looks like one of those foxes in Cottage Living. Like this little fox that I always have show up at my Cottage Living house is his name's Phantom. It was a randomly generated game and I was like, oh, it looks just like Phantom, how cute. So then I'm watching him just, trot along the yard, and I live in a duplex and my grandfather's house is on the other side. And he stops on his side of the house and he just poops. I was like, all right. They say it's good luck if you see a dog poop, so I'm hoping it's the same thing with a fox because I have a job interview later, so, fingers crossed. So now I'm thinking like, okay, this is like a really weird day already. So then I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts, your girl's getting her coffee, gotta get all caffeinated before we record the voiceover. And I'm stuck behind like a tractor, literally like a John Deere tractor. And he's just like has this like arm off the tractor, and he's just like weed whacking the side of the street. And I'm just like, what? Now, I'm sure this is like a normal thing, but I've just never actually witnessed it myself. So it's been weird. So far we've, they say things come in threes. So we've already had 2 weird things happen today. So we'll see what the third one's going to be. It's not even noon yet. So the possibilities here are endless. Anyway, as you can see, we finally reached the inside of the house and the interior. Now, this was really different for me and really out of my comfort zone. One, these curtains are so ugly and I hate them, but they're the only ones that fit putting these windows the way I did that I liked. The second thing is I have never actually kept a color scheme throughout the entire house before. So I did this time around. I tried to keep up with the red, brown, green theme. Don't ask me why, I really don't know, but it just happened. And it was a lot more red than it is now. So you're welcome, because I toned it down quite a lot. But that's the tea as far as the color scheme goes. So when I was done, I sent a picture of it to my man friend and I was like, look what I did. And he's like, I don't really like when houses have the same color scheme all through it. I think it looks really strange. I'm just like, listen, can you just appreciate my house? Just appreciate my interior decorating skills and just tell me it's pretty and then tell me I'm pretty afterwards. Men one day they'll figure out we're just very simple. Literally, just feed us, compliment us, and when we send you a picture of the interior of our house that we spent hours working on, just tell us that you like it. All right, so here we're going to add a little bit more last-minute clutter / decorative items before we move on to the bathroom. And once we get to the bathroom, I wanted to show you the shower that I made because I make it a lot in my builds. And by show you, I mean talk about it because you're obviously going to see it. And full disclaimer, don't get excited because it's really nothing too special, and I'm sure a lot of people have done it. I actually think I got it from Instagram. So it's nothing new, it's nothing that creative. I just love the way it comes out. And I love how you can customize it. So basically all I do is I make like a little stone area and I add windows to make it look like it's a glass shower. Sometimes I'll add a platform, sometimes I won't. The only thing I do want to make you aware of if you do ever decide to do this is that because it's so small, you actually will get puddles of water. There's a decent chance you'll get puddles of water in your bathroom. I don't remember if it works that way if you do like 2 walls instead of just 1, instead of the single windows. But you do get puddles in the bathroom, which small price to pay for having that super cute custom shower. My brother actually has something like that in real life, so I like to recreate it. Obviously, he has a sliding glass door, so he doesn't have the issue of water in the bathroom, but as I always say, it's The Sims. I also found a plan of a home that's kind of big, so I think I'm going to tackle that next. When it's going to be up, I don't know. But I think that is going to be something that I'm going to try. It's been a while since I've done like a big home. So I'm kind of nervous because those usually take me in real time probably like 5 or 6 hours to furnish and all that good stuff. So fingers crossed that it's not too painful for me. Okay, so we moved on to the upstairs bedrooms. We kept the theme, the green, brown, red theme going up here. I did cut out the furnishing of the second bathroom, which you can see up on the top there. I did use the 2 windows instead of the 1, just for the sake of time of the video. I didn't want to make it too long and too painful, so it's essentially the same thing as the bathroom downstairs, but just has a jet tub and the 2 windows instead. Now, to be honest, when I do these houses, I kind of have a family in mind of who, like, that I've made who would fit into this house, but this one I didn't really have one. I also hate how that window is not centered over the bed, but nothing fit otherwise, so I had to move it over a little bit. Yes, I could have moved the windows over, but then the exterior looked a little bit different and weird, and I already had to use the bb.move objects to fit the shade over the windows properly, so it wasn't worth doing it again. If you want to move it if it drives you that crazy, feel free, but I didn't want to do it again. You know what else is really weird to me? I was thinking about this the other day. That people have been downloading my houses off the gallery, which I never used to post to the gallery, like ever. I posted once way back, probably like 5 years ago. But I've never posted since up until recently when I started doing these videos, because I'm like, why am I doing these videos if I can't have anybody download anything? But I was thinking about it, and I was like, what's really weird is to think that somebody's playing in a house that I made. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure probably 95% of you guys that download from the gallery change the inside, make it fit your Sims. I totally get that. But there are also times where I just download the house and I just don't feel like decorating, which normally if I download a house off the gallery, it's because I don't want to decorate. I don't want to build. I'm not in the mood. So I just play in that house until I'm in the mood. So it was just kind of an interesting, weird little epiphany, I guess you would say. Which I am very much one of those in the mood builders. I have to be in the mood in order to do it. Which, don't get me wrong, I love the Dream Home Decorator pack. I love the objects that came with it. I love the career, but I kind of started to not take gigs because I was so sick of building. So I have to be in the mood for it. As you can see, I've been on a building kick lately, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have these layouts, floor plans and stuff, and I have something that I am aiming to build. But anyways, we have finally made it to the end of the video, so if you made it this long, thank you. And at that rate, you might as well hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, like, all that good stuff. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys next time. Bye!